And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is Monday, October the 21st.
Ooh, RW sent me a text a minute ago, and it just simply says,
I'm lost.
who are the happiest people on Mondays?
And who are they, Odie?
Retirees.
Probably so. No more dragging into work, getting yelled at.
Oh, man. Well, RW didn't do a whole lot of work anyway.
But he is retired.
But he is retired. Yep.
Good luck on that one there.
Yep.
We want to remind you we should be getting close to all of the on-ramps.
Yeah, within 5 minutes or so, I'd say. Between now and 5 minutes, that should be. We still hadn't found out why. Don't have a reason of why on-ramps are closed, but hopefully that's back open. Maybe we'll find out a little bit later today.
Of who, what, and why.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard. And we had a stolen truck out of Jones County, and you just never know when a vehicle will show up somewhere. If you happen to see this is the information that we have at this point from the Jones County Sheriff's Department as we pull this up. Here it is. That's a, what is that, a F-250? Is that right?
Yeah.
It was stolen last night between 9 and 2:15 a.m. They got a reward out for that. If you've seen that, contact the Jones County Sheriff's Department. Also another number there to reach. There's always somebody who is trying to take something. I want to say that it was two of them over the weekend. I'm still working on one. I want to say out near Clarkdale Way, another vehicle was recovered. We'll see.
But, you know, when it comes to some truck theft, you haven't seen as much lately, but, you know, the last couple of years, you saw all these trucks that somebody had stole the shocks off the back. And it's like they've either found them or done something. Nobody's really stealing those rear shocks anymore. Maybe that law had something to do with it.
January, they should be going back on.
Oh, yeah.
They're returning them. Let's see here. Who's, and again, I doubt I'll ever watch any of this, but L.A. Dodgers and the Mets will head off to...
and the Yankees.
Yankees, that's who it is?
Yeah.
Head off to the World Series there.
I might watch a game or two, but it won't be the whole game. I just can't do it. It's like
who's your pick in
golf.
between those two?
Neither one of them.
Okay.
If I'm going to watch one and want one, it'd be Chicago Cubs.
What happened? Do the Atlanta Braves still exist?
Yeah, I think they all right.
Does Ted Turner still on that?
You know, I don't have a. I'm sure he does. Either the Turner franchise.
I was just curious. He used to own CNN, correct?
Oh yeah.
And
he started CNN and the Turner Network. What did it turn into?
They changed the name.
They changed the name of it to something, but anyway, he started Turner Network and CNN. Ted Turner does not own the Braves.
Oh, so he
must have sold it.
Yeah, times have changed, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
I don't know if everybody saw this. This is kind of scary. This was in Georgia, and they're called a gangway.
Wow,
a gangway.
Yeah.
That's where you walk out to the ship. I'm sure you've done it.
Oh, yeah.
It was full of seniors, 70 plus. I think even one of them may have been in their 90s. Fell as they were boarding. 7 have perished.
Man, that is terrible.
They were headed out to a little island off the coast of Georgia, and as they were loading, there's tons of people there that collapsed.
Yeah.
And bless their hearts, they couldn't get to them in time.
Prayers are with the family on that for sure.
That would have to be a tough one then. Let's see here. As we'll get into a lot of things that happened over the weekend, I had the picture, I thought, from X. Let me see if I can locate this. There's rumor, I won't even dig for the picture, but there was rumor that the ice cream machine had been fixed at McDonald's.
I wonder if he had anything to do with it. I'll show you how to fix that, and I'll save you some money.
Over the weekend, and Daily Mail is show reports of this of Donald went and worked at a McDonald's. And then, of course, the pictures start emerging with, I fixed it, the ice cream machine. That's a running joke nationwide of everybody that goes to get a sundae. Well, it's broke.
It's broke. And
it's not just one, it's everywhere. But that was the big joke there. I got a laugh out of it, so to speak. I think we all did. Have mercy. It's already Monday, so what'd you do this weekend, Odie?
What did we do this weekend? We worked at the new house and getting it slow but sure and cut grass. Golly.
You ain't quit yet.
And I hadn't stopped cutting grass yet. Still cutting grass. But went to church with Mama.
Man, that's always a good thing to do.
Yeah, went to go eat with her. And she's doing real good. So I enjoy seeing Mama happy and smile. And over the past, we put her in this facility in January, and she has, over the last 9 months, 10 months, she has really turned around and she's happy. I like
That's good. Around friends.
Yeah, she's around and doing stuff. Man.
I dropped by just last week to the facility, and I saw her out front gambling. I don't want to say that she's in charge of all of the.
She's probably the one that's got all the board games set up. you know, throwing dice up against the wall.
Always a card in the crowd, isn't it, folks? But that's
she got
good.
that visor, you know, with the green shade.
Before long, we're also fast approaching Veterans Day. That's going to be November 11th as festivities get ready to be planned. There's going to be a lot of veteran ceremonies happening.
And the parade, if you want in the parade, we'll post that.
Yeah, we'll get that information.
I'll get Scotty Ray on there. But go ahead and call to get in the parade. I don't have to find it. It's right there.
Somewhere.
I'll
we'll
dig
it
it out. Yeah.
We'll be right back. Make sure to get those birthdays and anniversaries to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Here at Meridian Cycles, customer service is our #1 priority. And when you buy any Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, CF Moto, or Suzuki ATV or side-by-side, we're going to give you your first oil change absolutely free because we service everything we sell here at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or call us 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and Aquapel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. We're getting faster at hitting those buttons as we get the day going. Let's see what's been going on. We do have a car that is missing in Meridian. I got word of this last night. The last time I saw it, or was reported to me, was located Saturday afternoon on Highway 11. It was the last time I was told that it was spotted. As we look at this, let me pull this up. This is a 2012 Chevy Cruze. Has Minnesota plates. It is a local car. It just has some license plates. Somebody moved back here. JMR 018. If you happen to see that, call that number, or you can call the police and tell them you have seen it, and the owner would like to have it back, as it's possibility someone is what they call joyriding and have not returned. That's not good, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be used for something.
Yeah, that's how those things work out. Let's see all the things that have gone. There has been a lot go on in the area. Let's talk about Laurel, Mississippi. This is why a lot of towns no longer have fairs.
Well, you know, the last few years of Meridian having one, and I worked security during those things, it got to where it was not safe.
And as we see this in Laurel, what we're talking, there was a shooting in Laurel. And here's the official statement as we pull this up. This comes from the Jones County Sheriff's Department. An investigation into a shooting at the South Mississippi Fair Saturday evening that left one fairgoer wounded and 2 suspects in custody. Massive law enforcement and medical response. And I'm sure by now you have seen the picture of the lady that made the post
With
of
the
this.
stroller?
Yes.
Oh, man.
In front of her children as they scrambled to get out of there. Lack of care for others is definitely what that was. And then below this is the statement right there from the fair, South Mississippi Fair, that they were going to continue with the fair. If y'all remember, this happened in, what was it, Jackson a few years ago? It may have been at the Crawfish.
State, yeah.
Was it
yeah.
the
I think it was
Crawfish
a state fair or something.
And they have really amped up security at it in Jackson. You're wanded and everything else before you can get in. That never is 100%. Sometimes it's the people on the other side of the gate that can cause problems. But a serious matter there in Jones County.
You know, it's sad to see this. And it's not going to change until our officers can do everything in the world and bring these people in. It's up to our courts to make sure that they answer to the crime they're being charged with.
Right.
And until it's upheld, I still believe that a lot of these officers are sitting here going, every time I put my life on the line, y'all let them go. And why am I putting my life on the line every day for you to just let them out? And look at the shape. By whatever reason, we don't have police officers. We need 3 times as many as we have.
Oh, you're not
But
kidding.
we can't get them because nobody wants to work in this condition. Being an officer does not come with the respect that it used to. And that's a sad situation for all of us. And until we start getting respect back for our officers, I don't see people coming and putting their name down to do that job. That's a heck of a job, and each and every one of y'all that put on that uniform and leave your families every day, God bless you for what you do for our communities. God bless you.
As we go back to the topic at hand that we started off with, talking about traffic, we got pictures live from the scene on the interstate. Let's go here. This is the way it looks at now. Standstill at Meridian. We don't know why the exits are blocked.
Especially if you can't add cars to it. The on-ramps are closed. Why are these people slowing down?
There has to be more
There's
to the
got to be.
story than we know.
Yeah.
And we do not know the answer.
Now, you know, when...
Expect delays, let's say that.
Expect delays. When they were building the power plant or the power fiasco or the scamming of the money from the utility payers, you know, whatever you want to call that over in DeKalb, they had huge tanks that were being delivered.
I remember that.
And had a lot of this stuff going on where travel was real slow while they were making their way. But I don't know of anything like that now that's being constructed that ought to have something that big.
Normally-
Yeah, Ratcliffe, that's it, Bob.
You just don't hear of every exit Meridian block. That's just not something that you...
Yeah, of the on-ramp. Traffic is now moving.
Okay, thank you. Shanetta?
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that right? Shanita.
Shanita?
Okay, well,
I
said
hope
that right.
that's right. I'm sorry.
We're trying there. But, yeah, y'all keep us
Yeah,
posted
keep us
with this.
updated on there.
We start this morning off tragically having to tell you of a wreck that claimed a life over the weekend.
Misery Seals. There we go, Joe.
There you go. Yeah, we can say that. This was right at the Russell exit.
Man.
Early Saturday morning around 1 a.m. is when this happened. An 18-wheeler was headed toward Alabama. F-150 was headed toward Meridian in the wrong lane of travel. People on the other side saw it. They called into 911 and said, "We see someone going in the wrong direction. Send help." Deputies headed that way. The Mississippi Highway Patrol headed that way, and they were unable to get there before the accident happened. Now, the truck driver was injured. She was in some serious kind of pain. I think she may have had a broken leg, and she was not life-threatening, but she was banged up. She did not feel good. I totally understand that. The guy that was in the other vehicle is deceased. We do have a name there, but we do not know. This is an investigation as to why. We don't know why if he was confused, what it was. But as we look at some of these pictures, Odie, this is the 18-wheeler.
That takes a hard impact.
And this was one of those double pulling 18-wheelers. And I had to stare at that. They moved. This was moving someone's belongings to a new location.
Oh, wow.
And so all of their stuff is going to have a little bit of delay, as you'll see that.
That's now look on this right here. And this is something that's good and bad at the same time. I like it, but it will cause problems, and that's that wire that goes through there. So that is to keep traffic on one side from going to the other side.
Right.
What that also prevents is if there was a deputy or a highway patrol that was going the right way to catch up with this guy, there was no way for them to cross over.
That's correct. They're in.
And you hate to see that, but I really believe that a lot of the cable has saved more than it's hurt.
Now, I'm going to show you a picture of the truck, and it does not show anything bad or anything like that. I just want to show you what happens when you run head-on into an 18-wheeler. There's just hardly anything of this pickup truck left. Look at that. Total loss. Yeah, I don't know much more to say about that. It's just a bad situation as they tried to get there.
Yeah.
Joseph Eugene Council, 48, of Lauderdale County, lost his life in that accident. I want to say he worked for a refrigeration company.
Okay.
He worked on compressors and things of that nature, if I'm not mistaken. But
not saying that that's what happened here, but this is also a PSA. If you're on a 2-lane highway, always, four-lane highway, always stay in the right lane. I understand if you're pass, but get back over to your right lane, because if another car is going the wrong way on your lane, they're going to most likely be in their right lane, which is going to be your left lane.
Correct.
And you could still pass. Sometimes it's completely 100% unavoidable.
Yeah.
But, man, it's terrible.
But you're absolutely right. If you'll stay in that right lane, just pass only. Ooh, did I hear Harry Mayer having a birthday?
He gets his Medicare card today, is what
ahead,
Miss
Harry.
Myers said. Look at here.
Go out to blow some candles out. Happy birthday to you there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's just a few of the stories that happened over the weekend. Let's go to Union, Mississippi. Now, this sign sits off the road. I don't have a picture of when it happened, but I had a car run it out there across the field and just kind of damaged it.
Yeah. That's the sign that says emergency is not where you park.
You're correct. Rump Row bricklayers to the rescue somewhere in Union, Mississippi today. Hopefully they'll
leave a mark.
Yeah, it will. Just one or two marks there, Odie. Oh, have mercy. So much to talk about that has gone on over the weekend. We'll give you more details of shootings and things that have happened that affect you. We got that on the way next. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Y'all come out and see us at J&J Auto Sales, Highway 19 South, located right up the hill from the red light, or you can visit us at jnjmeridian.com. We have over 50 cars and trucks in stock, nice quality vehicles ranging from $3,000 to $16,000. J&J will get you off your feet and back in the street. Right here at J&J Auto Sales, Highway 19 South. Hey, and on the web, jnjmeridian.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we get this day underway. It is a bright, sunshiny, going to be 81 today, Odie.
Woo, don't put your short sleeves up yet. You know, keep them going. Might need a little windbreaker or something in the wee hours of the morning, but that sun's going to continue to pop out, and it's dry. It's dry with wind blowing. It's still not 100% safe to burn. I know people out there are wanting.
They're urging not to do it.
Why doesn't the government issue a burn ban? Why does the government have to be the one to tell you how to do everything? It ought to be responsibility, personal responsibility. You ought to know when it's safe and when it's not without the government saying, do this. We're relying too much on the government.
I can't agree more. Hey, I want to say thank you this morning.
This kid right here's got it going on.
Warren Hill, who headed off yesterday to his fall festival at First Presbyterian Church, is Scotty Ray. A big thank you. I do appreciate that. That was nice of them. Thank you for sending a picture in.
Yeah.
I want to address something. I took Angie and my mother-in-law out to eat yesterday, so we ran to the Waffle House. And I don't know who the manager is of this particular one, but golly, somebody call him for me. The one in North Hills. Odie, the music was so loud you couldn't talk across the table. Now, there's one thing about being in a honky-tonk. That's what you expect in case there's lulls in conversation as you're chasing women, that we were trying to have a meal and you, honest to goodness, could not hear the person sitting across from you. I couldn't even.
Chances are it wasn't country either, was it?
No, it was not. I don't know what it was, but I'm kind of like Andy Griffith, what it was. I just wanted a waffle. I had an urge for a waffle, and I did not enjoy my waffle. It was awful. It wasn't
awful waffle?
Yeah. It was just thump, 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 thump. Huh? So if someone could kindly know who the manager is to tune something down to where you could actually eat a meal. We've been to all the others and never had it to where I couldn't think in them.
That was where they said, you want a Coke? I said, yeah. They said, well, we don't have any ice. And I kind of turned around, I looked across the street at that store, and I turned back around, and I said, well, when's that fella going to be back? They said, what fella? I said, that fella going over and get a bag of ice from the store. We don't have anybody doing that. And I said, well, we're not going to eat here. If your ice machine's broke, guess what? They sell ice in a bag. You're a business. You go get ice in a bag.
You should have a freezer somewhere.
Greg, no wreck that we know of. They have shut down on-ramps to the interstate. We don't know why, but it has caused a backup. So
I got a message that it's moving again.
That it is starting to move, but slow. So that's what we've got right now. So, yeah.
Our next headline in the Meridian area is, what's the world coming to?
Well,
I'll word it that way.
You want me to answer that?
As I headed to the streets on Saturday night for reported gunfire. Now, I first got reports of gunfire happening on 5th Street at Highway 19. And then all up through that area, hearing the sound of gunshots. It would soon be heard that possibly two, we know at least one, struck the building at Popeyes. Now, no one was hurt. And I think the way the police were trying to handle this was they worded it as a stray. I don't care if you call it stray, because stray will hurt you just as much as a purposely aimed one. But let me show you the picture here. Here's the window that was shot out. Right there. That's that left window as you go in right by the drive-through. Now, again, no one was hurt, but as I stood there, it just didn't seem to bother me. That's some good chicken. It's because the line never ceased. After the shooting occurred, everybody still kept going through getting their food.
Well,
Good stuff.
I shopped there. I like that.
It's good.
Chicken.
Popeyes is good.
Yes, it is.
But there was numerous rounds of gunfire.
So a stray bullet is one that someone shot up, and it's got to come down.
Correct.
That was not a stray bullet because that went that way.
Sure did.
And within 4 to 6 feet is where that was at. Now, it may be a stray because whoever was shooting can't hit their target, or shooting behind them as they run, or shooting the way the gun come out of the box, or whatever the case may be. But that was not just a stray bullet. That was a bullet that was being purposely shot in that direction.
You know, the first when it first come out, there was like 5. This particular, it was 2 heard right here. Is the way it was worded to me, of a witness, a lady. She was very nice. They come and said she was inside. She said she heard 2, and then the window busted. Dang, dang, and the window busted. Reports of this were anywhere from 20 to 20, 2 separate rounds of 20 to 25 rounds heard right down the street from there. So as morning light comes, and as we get to day-to-day operations, people may find other damage. It always is, but that happened over the weekend. We'll be right back to tell you more about what went on this weekend here at the Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota of Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, as we had gunfire appearing there at Popeyes and down 19. Almost as the gunfire ended, it was reports that a gun had been stolen in Meridian. As we go here, and again, let me say this is how it initially came out. Sometimes facts change a little bit later on, but we're told at the time of the incident that someone walked in and took away the revolver or gun that was held by the cashier there. Somebody went around behind the counter, took it from them, and fled the scene. Again, now information on that may change as daylight breaks and the investigation continues, but at the moment when it all went down, that's the way it was worded. So thought you might want to know that. Let's go to Poplar Springs Drive. And Odie, I'm gonna make Odie my analyst here.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Let me make this bigger. There was a wreck. Poplar Springs Drive and 38th Avenue. This is right by the curve past the old gas station where Heritage Apartments is there. S-curve. Okay, we're going to hit play in a second, but I'm going to keep this on steel. What is that on the trunk?
Well, it's not a genie bottle. We know that.
Let's get closer.
And that looks like it. Maybe some of that there Hennessy or something.
Man, let me tell you something. It made my nose hair stand up. It was strong. It smelled of alcohol. I don't know what's in it, but woof, it was strong, Odie. That put hair on your chest.
Yes, it will.
And this is what we're looking at here. Airbags have been deployed as we move around to the front of the car. And if you'll look here, look at that. Now
You're not going to buff that out, maybe.
No, sir. Right back here, and I'll pause this.
They come all the way from Texas.
They sure did. Right back here at this stop sign, and I've got pictures in the comments there. F-150 was 3 guys that looked like they were headed to work, got struck at about 3:30 that morning. And I think 1 or 2 of them were taken for observation. Nothing serious, but it took the rear end completely out from underneath that F-150.
Ooh, Keela says gold slugger.
Is that
gold slugger has got a longer neck?
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how do you know all these things?
Well, somebody's got to know. So I've done some studying in my life.
What I know about it is somebody gave me a Crown Royal bag to keep my coins in one time. That's about the extent of my knowledge. There's too many in my family that liked that stuff, so I stayed away from it. Big time, big time. Let's see here.
Man.
Let's because there is so much going on. I couldn't help but notice. Let's go here. Let's go in front of Weidman's. As we've got this serious popo in town.
Ooh.
They were serving warrants, and well, when they pull people over, they kind of mean.
Yeah.
A traffic stop led to this, and got these agents involved here. We don't know the whole story, nothing but the truth, but kind of serious there.
Well, they were asking questions, I can promise you.
Let's see, what did I put in the notes? Traffic violations. There was a warrant for them of the driver, and possibly a stolen firearm up in that vehicle, Odie.
Ooh.
That gets those other folks involved. When there's warrants, and they just happened to be at the red light when that went down.
Well.
So that pretty serious one there. Also, let me applaud the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department as they made a traffic stop of a car in Clarkdale. The car happened to be stolen out of Hattiesburg. I mean, look at this. If you were wondering, I think this was Friday afternoon. If you were wondering what the Sheriff's Department was doing, yep, it was stolen.
Wow.
And they've been driving around with it like it was theirs for quite some time.
Well, they were just using the gas.
Yeah, for like a year.
A year?
It was a long time. Long time. They considered it theirs because they'd had it so long.
Yeah, possession's 9/10 of the law, isn't it?
Leave Hattiesburg, come to Meridian, and the Sheriff's Department will get you.
Yeah.
That should send a message to those in those areas there. They do stop you for such things as that.
And the people that have been caught explained why they do random shootings. I don't think a lot of our shootings are random. I think it's...
they're targeted.
They're targeted. They just can't hit what they're shooting at. And when you're running behind you and you have no due regard for any mankind's life, and you just shoot behind you, that's what...
And a lot of this is done as a threat to others. And they purposely sometimes
scare
don't.
tactic.
Yeah, they just drive through a community to let people know in that neighborhood of, we run this, you don't. And they're not meaning to hit anybody sometimes. They're just meaning to
a little fear factor.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gang related. Yeah, I think we can all say that. Let's look into a few things that happened on this day in history, and then we'll go back to some more headlines. This guy was one of the best. He would take his own life. It's a shame because, golly, borrowed angel. Ooh, I met a friend of yours today. And George Strait went back and re-recorded that. I don't know if anybody's ever heard it, but it's about old bar. Think about this. You're driving home, you're thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
And you whoop into a bar room just to have one drink. And you're sitting there and you hear this old boy, bring up your wife.
Oh.
It says her husband's out of town. He goes, huh? So he goes home and explains who he met a friend of hers today. Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Well.
As we lost Mel Street today, he was born on this date, and he also died on this date. He would take his own life at the age of 45. Do y'all remember the song Smoky Mountain Memories?
Yeah.
Oh, that's him. That's the guy who done it. A talented guy. Who knows where he would have went had that not happened. He was country when country was good. I liked it a whole lot there. As we go back to remember, you cannot ever forget history. 1941 on this day. It happened as we lost some 7,000 schoolboys that were killed by Germans. We cannot forget. That is why the United States stepped up to help out.
You cannot rewrite history. You can try.
They do.
But
They do.
history has been written through action. And it doesn't matter if you don't know history, it's due to repeat itself. It's just the way it is.
Somewhere below us right now, the Third Reich are getting their due. And we know what's happening is happening. This old girl has a birthday today. I think we all like her.
To an extent.
She sometimes goes in directions I don't like, but when it comes to the law and she swings that gavel, I sure like the way she thinks. Judge Judy, born in 1942 on this date, and I forget what she was making per episode, but it was strong.
Yeah, it was way on up there.
That's right.
It was way up there.
I didn't know this guy's name, but I do remember him being the bad guy. Dark Territory, Under Siege. Remember that?
Yeah.
As we go back to remember, this guy's name is Everett McGill, the gray-headed guy there. You know, he was like
I don't know if I hadn't seen him in much.
I think that was his last big movie.
Was it his first?
That mattered. Yeah. He was in some small roles that really no one saw. This guy here, you've heard of him here a lot here lately, Benjamin Netanyahu.
But that's okay. You're closer.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Yeah, you know.
We tried to get him to change it to Smith, and he didn't want to.
Or Lee or something. You know, Biden has been caught saying he does not care for him. He hates Netanyahu.
That's not good.
It doesn't surprise me.
Y'all pay attention. What's going on?
Yeah.
The girl with the swirly hair has a birthday today.
Oh, well, you all remember her.
Now, there's supposed to be a space. Don't know anybody get freaked out. I didn't have a chance to fix it. That's is on the end of this. Carrie Fisher is born today. This would have been her birthday.
Yeah.
Didn't she have a... Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Bless it, bless it, bless it. I remember hearing this 1970 when she was not yet the starlet that she is now. She would later become one of the world's largest and richest women there ever was. But it all started with, down by a railroad track today, she released the song Joshua, Joshua. Y'all remember that? Dolly Parton recorded it today in 1970.
Oh, you mean larger, like she's more well known?
Yeah, not big girl, as in she's larger than life. She certainly is. Trying to twist my words. Y'all see how the media does right there.
It was.
Be ashamed. I don't know much about this of who is who in this family or how they really became stars, other than when Bruce Jenner was a man. He was married, I think was married to somebody in this family. I don't remember which one.
The mother.
What was her name? But we're
Linda? No.
Is their only claim to fame really that they all got big rear ends? Isn't that truthfully?
Well, now, they wasn't born with them. I think they got them injected.
Okay. Kim Kardashian was born on this day. I really don't know much about her, other than wherever you turn, they're selling something constantly and making a lot of money off of it.
They made their money from their daddy. Their daddy made it rich from, do you know?
No, because I don't know who he is.
He was an attorney that was on OJ's team.
Really?
Yeah.
And then so Bruce Jenner married into the family after
And
that?
then when he died, Bruce and his ex-wife, all them Kim Kardashian's kids or whatever else, they got married and they had a child, I believe.
So much fun there that he thought he should be a woman, right?
Yeah,
okay.
There was so much estrogen in there, he wanted to part.
I'd almost forgotten about this movie as we move to a new subject. Man. 1983, I think we all know Tom Cruise. You remember Craig T. Nelson from Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a movie out today. It was called All the Right Moves. Totally almost forgotten about it. You have to stare at that picture to realize, yeah, that is Tom Cruise. That was a younger...
For some reason, I remember the movie, but...
Leah Thompson was in it.
I like Leah Thompson.
High school football, I think, is what it was about. But it has been a spell.
I had to go back and re-look at that.
1988, Randy Travis. Y'all remember this song going number one? My Love is Deeper Than the Holler.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, there's supposed to be a T there. But somewhere, Randy Ravis is having a birthday.
Yeah.
It was a long night.
It's okay.
We have another misspelled word. This was a rough day for me.
Why change it? Just keep, I mean, you know, we're batting 1,000. Well, you're batting 1,000 by now. So.
This one, I can't explain. It had to be the keyboard getting
Well,
stuck.
B and N is real close to one another.
Yeah. Anybody remember a guy named Ricky Shelton? He had a number one with living proof.
Well, hey, you got it right on the little insert.
Yeah, we're working on it. Whoops. Let's see how we score on the next slide. We spelled one right. Who remembers watching What's Happening?
Yeah.
Rerun, I think, was his name.
Yep.
Fred Berry passed away today. He was a young fella. Look at that.
And he
Just
was
barely.
52?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Not quite 52. Man. Kris Jenner, that was her name. Yeah. Was the mama. I guess.
Was asked about my time. Sometimes I don't have time to go back and reread things.
Yeah. We talked about that Laurel shooting this morning.
Yes. Yeah, you
Man,
roll
it's
backwards
terrible.
and look at that. Today was the day in 15, if you remember watching in 1986, I think it's when the movie came out, when they went forward in time, it was today. They went to 2015, if you remember that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, who would have thought back then? That would seem like, when that movie come out, that was light years away.
Now, they also predicted the Cubbies Super Bowl win. I mean, Super Bowl. World Series win.
It was in that sports book, wasn't it?
Yep. And then they had, when he showed up, they had the big thing over City Hall or whatever, you know, Cubs win it all. And they
Seemed
sure
unbelievable at the time, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm still a Cubbies fan.
It's been three years today that this happened. And gosh, it's been the headlines. Still ain't out of the headlines, really. Alec Baldwin. This is when the prop gun went off and the lady died. Just horrible that happened. But it's still not totally over. You still see it in the news.
And I'm mixed on that. You've got an armory and you've got an armorer, I guess that's what it is, that is over those guns. And it's their job to make sure that those guns are used for stage only and that the ammo are all blank. And that was her job. Now, yes, he was a producer. It was his movie. But he hired someone to do that part.
Correct.
And it shouldn't be, I don't like the dude.
No, he's got a horrible attitude in life.
It is what it is. He should not be charged with anything because it was not his job to do. He simply got the gun from there, and I hate that.
If you have a prop gun, never play with real ammo ever, and that's what they were doing.
And they were doing that off scene. They were shooting real bullets out of it.
Because too many mistakes can happen, and that led to a tragic accident.
Yeah.
There's so many no-nos on that, and I'm sure it's prompted more regulations with movie theaters or movie makers worldwide since that happened. We'll be right back as we continue our coverage this morning of who done it and what happened. We got so much more to talk about. When it's time to store something, think Store Local Storage. It's conveniently located next to Northeast Park, and it's gated. On top of that, it's climate control, so no matter the season, it'll protect your things. 24-hour security, a covered loading dock, fire sprinklers, and you can choose the storage unit that suits your needs. From a 5x5 all the way up to a 10x30, you choose the space that you need. Call Store Local Storage today at 601-490-1618, Highway 39 North, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rock House Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Last night, the news didn't stop as we would find out that more gunshots rang out last night. We went to the scene, and what did we find? A lot of shell casings. And it was a lot as we pull up here, as we made our way into, I believe it was 33rd Street is where this would be. As we glance across here, let me move this forward here, right past this car. Do you see the police officer standing here? I got it paused. These are what we call those little yellow teepees.
Yep.
That is where...
Got numbers on them.
Yep, shell casings are all over the street. And if you'll see off in the distance there's another police car. Why? Someone was shot in the leg and they were taken by private vehicle to the hospital. And as you'll see there, that's 24th Street, 32nd Avenue. Now, it was several people that reported hearing gunshots near the carousel at Highland Park. All through that area was numerous gunfire. But one person would end up struck in the leg, not life-threatening by any means, but still, we have someone who was struck with gunfire in Meridian, Mississippi. Meridian Police Department is investigating it. They do have, I think, somebody in mind who could be connected to it. If you know more about it, please contact them, 485-1893, with any information that you could provide to help out with that.
It's anonymous. You don't have to give a name, and they're not going to write your name down, so you don't have to show anything.
That's right. I was trying to, I'll leave it at this scene. Friday afternoon, I was, I think I was on 8th Street, and I got a text message that said, you should come to the Meridian Police Department. And I thought, well, why on earth should I go there? Odie, have you heard?
Well,
since you were there.
I got a call on this and said, hey, how long will it take for you to get here with a drone? And I was like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I actually videoed some productive work of yours as the drone took up. We've got that.
Did you?
Man, those drones are something else. We had someone who escaped the Meridian Police Department. Let me pull this up, and I'll tell you the beginning and the end all in one picture. Let me show you this right there. See that blue house?
Yeah.
This is Great Southern National Bank is right here, and here's this blue house. When he left the police station, little did they know he ran, and he was in and out, running like so, and ran underneath this house and hid. Police officers were all around that house, swarming it, and he stayed put underneath it. And for whatever reason, the dog initially didn't pick it up, but he would come back later and get the scent and take a bite out of crime after the dog went under the house also. As we look at this, this guy was arrested for murder, is what he was. He was taken into the murder of Marquel Holcomb that happened a few months back, and he was taken in for that. Let's show his picture, Odie. I've got that also. This is the man that was running from police. A description as we got that we were probably 20 minutes into it, or 25 minutes before we got a description of what he looked like. But this is him. Now there's lots to be said. I have not myself gone into the police station. I've never been allowed past the briefing room. I've never been past that. But apparently in the back there's cells. Within that, and I'm being as honest as I can be of the knowledge that I'm provided, because there hadn't been a statement on all of this. But apparently they have put in some form of new cameras on the doors, and they're upgrading. And the old locks do not identify with the new camera system to a degree. There's something that, and again, you can't hold me to it because I haven't witnessed it myself. But as you go back to where they're locked up, I'm told that there's a C-clamp on a door that keeps it from shutting, and then to the outside of the police station, it'd be kind of like I don't know what the door is exactly, but picture how you leave a high school building, those push bars?
Yeah.
Where you can leave is no lock. It's locked from the outside, but you can walk out of a building with no problem. From what I gathered, the suspect, and I think the officer was alone when he was being put in there. Apparently, they have to sign a piece of paper before they can be locked up. That's my understanding. I don't know the rules of the police department. This is my understanding. And if I'm wrong, please send us a statement. We'd love to read it. And as he was being uncuffed to sign the piece of paper, when the officer undone the cuffs, he turns and heads to the door. Now, I don't think there was enough officers there at the time to help out with this. I think it was one officer back there, I think, and which provided him the means to get away. And the pursuit began. Pretty intense search. Everybody that was off duty were called in, and he was brought back into custody as we started this conversation out. But a scary situation, and whenever, and I worded it this way, and I always will, whether they got a weapon or not, if they are wanted for a crime such as murder, we will list that as armed and dangerous. You've got to take that, because during their travels around, they pick up any type of object. And a person like that does not want to go back to jail at any cost, and that's why he ran.
But nothing to lose.
Correct.
I want to say thank you to Michael Ted.
Woo! Yeah.
He come up and he said, all right, what can I do? I handed him a controller to the drone, and I said, here. And he goes, man, I can't fly this thing. I said, no. I said, I'm going to fly it. But here, you do this right here, and you got control of the camera, and then we can see. So I can fly the drone, and then he's got a whole separate controller that he can sit there and fly and control the camera.
The angles.
Of where it goes. So I can concentrate on the drone itself, and then he can sit there, and it's got thermals and all that stuff. And, you're talking $40,000 drone. You got to have extra stuff to go with it.
Glad y'all finally landed it, because I was getting dizzy trying to follow that around. Where are they?
Yeah.
But that happened. Now, let's get to another incident that has happened. I don't have all the facts, but I am, is it called a FOIA? I'm going to request a FOIA today from the Meridian Police Department. There was an incident, and again, I don't know all the information as why I'm going to ask for this. Supposedly, after the parade, there was a police officer that went, I don't know if the word is his judgment, got angry, so to speak, and began expressing sentiments that should not have been done. I'm told there is body camera footage of it. I'm going to request that body camera footage. From what I am hearing, and again, I have not heard it myself, this should be addressed immediately should what I'm told is on this body camera footage. It does not need to go any further. This particular officer would be in charge of training. And during the time of this breakout, I think there was a lot of people in training classes, multiple training classes, which took officers off the street. This would be the same officer that lost his gun, and the shooting took place in the Meridian Police Department, and the rookie had to save his life by using his gun to save his life, because supposedly, allegedly, he had a holster on that he was told not to wear that was easy for a gun to come out. Should not have been a gun in there, I don't think, to begin with. This would also be the same officer that broke down. Do you remember the situation that happened at the nursing home to where a person had to be taken out up at Bonita?
Yeah, I do.
And I watched this. I know this happened. I watched the officer break down. Couldn't handle the pressure from it. And the chief escorted the officer from the scene in tears. And I'm not making fun of anybody. Don't take me wrong on that. But a police officer, you're trained to handle situations that the average Joe couldn't handle. And if you can't do that, then that's probably not the job for you. And then after hearing, and again, allegedly, what's on this body camera, we're going to request it. Doesn't mean I will get it. I have asked for other things and paid good money to the city of Meridian for this information. And it's supposed to be free, but you have to pay the hours for them to go back and pull footage. And I paid $120 not long ago for 6 pages of we're not going to give you this from the attorney. I did. They don't like to turn over things, but we're going to request it none the same. I think the public needs to see this. Now, again, if I am wrong, let the body camera prove me wrong. Does that make sense?
That's right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if there's nothing to hide, let's release this. And I'm going to request it today. I'm going to City Hall in a little bit, and you have to put up your $6. You have to put $6 down on it. Once they've completed it, they will tell you what you owe them. So we will see what becomes of it. Other departments release information like this nationwide. Will the Meridian Police Department? We will see. Again, everything at this point, we're going to word it allegedly because we have not seen it. I can only repeat what I've heard. And again, until you've witnessed yourself, you don't know, or you, the public, have viewed what is out there. I understand that it will be full of, if we get it, to release it would have to be bleep, 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 and bleep some more to release it, which we will. But it needs to be, I think the public needs to see that. We will let you know when we know more about that. But that was over the weekend.
Scott, yes, I do have license to fly that drone. So
somebody trying to question your ability?
Yeah.
Don't be doing that. Odie been to school.
I got my license in my pocket.
There you go.
The county, thank you, Supervisor, sent 14 of us to school. And we brought a school right here to Meridian. Meridian Fire Department was in there. We had a couple members from Meridian Police Department. We had Sheriff's Department, my office, Fire Department. We did all right.
I don't think there's hardly anybody from the police department left that went through the class. I don't think. There could be.
Not.
I think they're all gone separate ways since they took the class.
Yep.
I think whoever takes the class for the Meridian Police Department needs to be somebody who's going to be with the department, who's been there a long time.
That class is not cheap. That class is not easy. That is a tough
That's what I hear.
class. It was, but definitely we'll support them anytime they need it with air support.
All right. So air support is good. But that's what we know. And again, we're not making up anything. We're only telling you allegedly what has happened, and we want to know the truth.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more on the way. We got birthdays and a few more stories to tell you about.
This has been busy.
Yeah, we're not through with the stories, though. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisTrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Here we go.
I was trying to read my notes there,
We were
Odie.
sitting here. I was trying to get my Coca-Cola opened up because I'm out of coffee.
Oh.
And the next best thing is one ice cold Coca-Cola. Or if you was Greg, you'd be in that Diet Coke. But I like the full flavor, ice cold, or or over some ice in a glass, not just a plastic glass. That's good stuff. But Meridian Coca-Cola, go anywhere and you can shop and get Coca-Cola from Meridian Coca-Cola.
Good folks, good folks.
Oh, yes.
Had somebody have a strong dislike for me showing a fire last night. Well, that's the way it is. It's news. But it would happen there in front of McDonald's as a car caught on fire at the drive-up. Meridian Fire Department, I'm telling you, they're like grease lightning as they showed up to the scene and got the fire quickly put out. It did not burn all the way up. Big thanks to them for what they did and got that taken care of, Odie. That's always good to do that. They've done several of those this weekend. Let's get to a few things.
Bob said, as a property owner, how much airspace do I own? That's a good question because you hear this all the time. You don't own none. And if someone flies over your house or on your property, you don't own that airspace. You can't shoot a drone down.
That's correct.
If you're that high off of the grass, off of the ground, you are in federal airspace. And if you try and take a drone down, the feds will come find you, and that is a federal felony, and it ain't worth it.
Because a lot of people do feel that, that's my yard you're in, and that's not the case.
Call us. We can get the right people to go out there and find out who's flying and why they're flying over your house, because you can't just peep in windows. You can't just look. You've got to have a reason. But no, sir, you do not own that, and you get in a lot of trouble if you take down a drone.
Let me show two cars and you tell me if they look the same. I was out on Highway 39 Friday afternoon for a rear end event. And while I was there, I saw another one. You know how we say the secondary wreck? That happened. It wasn't bad, but it was two cars that bumped. You see this Toyota 4Runner?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was involved. And then yesterday, right after church, I was cruising along there, and I come up on Highway 39 at North Hills, and I couldn't help noticing the police officer pushing the vehicle out of the road, so I pulled over to help, and I didn't get there in time. I was going to try to help there, but I'm pretty sure that's the same car. It made it to there another day and then just quit.
Dang it.
Yeah, man. You can't buff that one out either.
No. All right, so Freeman says, I think it's worth mentioning that this past weekend, the Meridian High School Alumni Day was a great success. Many out-of-town alumni had a great time on the City Hall lawn with no hiccups.
Well, I hadn't gotten there yet.
So do you have?
Oh, absolutely.
Up there, I wanted, since Freeman commented, I wanted to make sure that we brought that up.
Yeah, that was one of our stories.
Yeah. Whoop! I see you in the back. The hat gave you away.
It was a lot of great people there. They turned out and enjoyed themselves. There's the chief.
The chief.
I think he and I both bought a chance on the TV. I think.
Oh, I thought he was signing autographs.
I mean, he does that a lot. He's everywhere. That man's quick. They had lemonade and so much more that went on in downtown Meridian there. A lot of cooking and a lot of folks enjoyed themselves there at City Hall there on the grass. So that did happen this week. It was a lot of events that went on. Let's see. But anyway, those two cars were the same there from that other wreck there.
It was.
And we also had the food tasting that went on around the corner.
Feastival.
Sure was. I just happened to bump into some ladies that were there.
Well,
yeah.
You don't have a problem bumping into people, do you?
No. We see one or two people there. Meridian Police Department did finish some training. You'll start seeing motorcycles on the street again. I think they bought 2 new Harleys.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken there. Donnie Jenkins and the gang, and of course, as I think anybody can tell you, Donnie Jenkins can handle a motorcycle better than.
Yes, he can.
At point blank, he's like what they call him the godfather
of bikes.
Yeah,
he's gooder than the rest of them.
So he held a training class, and y'all expect to see some more of those coming to the streets very soon. As we do that. We had a fender bender downtown. Those happen quite often. Nothing major, but it slowed traffic for just a second as everybody was trying to walk across the street and get to Jeans. One of the things let me see, there was a couple other things that I wanted to bring up. We had someone mention this in Mississippi over the weekend. We made national headlines again as 3 people were killed and 8 people injured during a trail ride. Now, I don't know what the definition of the trail ride is, whether that was a 4-wheeler or a horseback ride.
We had reports of a horse.
Yeah.
So that's an awful lot of horses.
So
200 or 300. I wouldn't want to be in the back.
And it was dark. So that's why that's why in my head I was thinking it was a motorcycle, 4-wheelers. But shooting took place, and just show you how media will do this. This was not at a school, but the headlines on several national media was after a homecoming game to give you that illusion that it happened at a school, and it did not. It may have been some high schoolers, but it was not at a school that this happened. It was away from school on somebody's private property. And sometimes you have to read into these headlines several times to get the actual wording of something. And that's kind of how that was. Let's see. Seemed like there was a national story that was, I may have found that picture that I was looking for.
That's it right there. I fixed it.
That comes from X. And then the story comes from this right here. This is from Fox News. As he worked at I bet that's not something that you normally see or expect at a McDonald's window. It's somebody.
No.
So that happened over the weekend.
Not at all. Congratulations, Mark Ingram. Was given an honor yesterday from Poplar Springs Baptist for being the pastor for 18 years there.
Wow, that's big.
Well, that is good.
Now, Odie is kind of like my moviegoer. Russell Crowe nailed this original movie of The Gladiator. They've come out with Gladiator 2, and reports are that it's good. Now, I haven't seen it. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm kind of scared, but now I did watch the second episode of Matlock this past Thursday, and it was good. I'm still going to watch it. So Gladiator 2, I'll check it out. Now, I ain't going to go to the movie and watch it. I'll wait till it comes out on my TV at home.
And that's the wave of the future.
Yeah.
It's just, and let's just be honest about how the future is going. Newspaper is over, radio is about over, and movie theaters will come to this or to your home television. That is just.
I'm already getting everything I need right here. I can watch a movie. I can watch a football game.
The future is upon us.
Scotty Ray and Odie on it.
You sure can.
When I'm off. And then I have to go back and watch a rerun.
Meridian does have a curfew. It does.
Yeah.
We just don't have enough to enforce.
If you're underage, it's 10 o'clock.
Something like that.
Diane says that it was a 4-wheeler ride.
That's what I thought.
So we had one person say it was horse, but that's an awful lot of horses be out all night long.
Horses don't usually tend too good after dark with that. And if there was gunfire, can you imagine the stampede that would have went on with that? That's why I was... And the reason I say that is we all know we've had those here. And we had a deadly one in Kemper County. And I don't think that's been solved a few years back. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
I don't think that murder has been solved. And I'm not, for the people that do this, it's just usually trouble comes with these trail rides.
Yeah.
Not running anybody down in particular, but that is true.
When did it become legal for 4-wheelers to be ridden on city streets? That would be
considered a police vehicle, would it not?
Yes. During the parade, Saturday night had 3 policemen come by us on 22nd Avenue on 4-wheelers. They were cutting up, acting like teenagers. If it was during the parade, that may be part of them in the parade. I saw the first part of that is the reason I brought it up, because they do use 4-wheelers to
Odie, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, $120,000 was allocated for new 4-wheelers. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me that's seen the budget. I hadn't seen it on paper.
They're not cheap.
I believe it was $120,000 worth bought taxpayers' money to go towards that.
I'd like to have a new one.
Okay. Now that we know that, 100 and
Don't know if they had helmets.
I didn't see that.
Bob said that he feels bad when he gets a no seatbelt ticket from a motorcycle cop.
They sneak up on you. It's like Chip punching John behind you.
Yeah.
But you know, Odie, I really don't think I saw any helmets. Gotta be.
They may have been clear.
Yeah, invisible, kind of like
like
Wonder Woman's airplane.
Like yeah. That's
what we're banking on. That. We'll be right back. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisRents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Whoop, we're already back. Boy, that happened quick.
Here we go.
You know, of all the things I've done.
Is that Greg? Oh, no, that's a watermelon.
Let me, I've never interviewed anything quite like this. Julia taught me in it. That girl, that was, what was that, pizza? Chef
Pedro or something.
Chef Pizza? Was that his name?
Did he talk back to you?
Yes, he did. As a matter of fact, we did a total interview there. Me talking. Never have I done that in my history in broadcasting.
It was the first time for everything.
It was.
Dang.
I need to wear a black cowboy hat. I don't think I hadn't got, I don't have any black hats. Everything I've got are all white or tan. I do have one brown one. And that was only because they didn't have my size when I needed a new one quick. Sometimes you got to take what you can get there. We got a bunch of birthdays that we need to sing out.
Ooh, All right, we're gonna go start with Saturday. We had David Craven. His daughter was on The Amazing Race, I believe is what it was, and her fiance and all that. I think they came in like third place. I watched it because I knew Amber, but congratulations to them. But David Craven, congratulations on your birthday today, along with Kimberly Gully.
How old is Kimberly?
They didn't say.
Oh,
we're gonna say 29.
I was getting excited.
Yeah, that was Saturday.
Oh, Britt.
And Jennifer Lee, and then yesterday, Debbie herself. Debbie Alexander had a birthday. So how old is she?
Well, me and her have been friends, I think, for about 38 years. Somewhere right along in there.
So she's at least 38?
Yep, that's what I'm saying. And I'm waiting on that invitation for that piece of cake for yesterday's big birthday party. Any minute now, I'm waiting for that invitation to come.
Yeah, maybe I hadn't got one at all either.
Somehow I must have got left off the guest list. I don't know what happened. I didn't even get a cupcake.
I didn't even get an invitation.
That makes two of us. Happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday. Ray Odom, Shannon Weathers, Beverly Brown, Melissa Denison Jonathan Beavers Lee Stubbs. She has to put up with Woody all the time out there trying to make a living in the water. Bob Sample and Justin Pritchett all celebrated Sunday. And today we got Gary Lawson, Eddie Harper, Wayne Williams, Catherine McNair, Betty Humphreys, Ricky Wagner, Devin Cunningham, Harry Mayer. There you are, Harry. Happy 65. Happy Medicare Day. Ralph Jones, Ron and Sharon Fagan, 24 years together. Paul Bounds got a birthday. Gabby Chison.
He's close.
15 Sunday. Taylor and Sadie Stickley had 1 year anniversary together. Slade Thompson, Gene Hogan, 75 years young. Tim Fisher, Penny Hayes Nose, and Kayla Kennedy and Kyson Hill, 2 years old.
Don't forget, Saturday, as we say from Smoking the Bandit, Saturday. Yeah. Don't you know you can't go fishing this day?
You can't go fishing on that right there.
The holiday extravaganza is coming up at the Lauderdale County Agri Center. It'll kick off at 9. Be there until 3 and come get your holiday gifts. Jack will be there with tons of food. I'll stop by. We'll tell you all about what's happening there. Should be fun.
Jack cooks them sausage dogs, but they don't last long. Doesn't matter how many he's got because they are good.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Enjoy them.
Now, I want to say this, and thank y'all to every single one of y'all out there that donated to North Carolina to Asheville. That was awesome. The second load has gone, and now this weekend we're getting another load, but we're still taking cash donations to go get propane, and if you've got sleeping bags. It's the only thing we're taking is propane, sleeping bags, and cash to send up there this weekend. And to help out with that, this is the last print. Won't be any more of these. But tomorrow from about 5 to 7 at Walmart up on top of the hill there at Bonita, the Scotty Ray and Odie Make News Great Again t-shirts. We've got them left, and we're going to sell them. And some of the proceeds for it is going to go to North Carolina. We're going to try and do our part with it, but it's the Scotty Ray and Odie 24 Make News Great Again. I've got a few coffee cups and a few tumblers left. New designs coming. Y'all just wait, but they're $20. We've got medium, large, extra large, 2X and 3X. Some different colors, gray, white, and pink. They go quick. So come on out, 5 to 7 tomorrow evening, Walmart there on Highway 39, off the interstate at Bonita, 2nd Street South. The big Wally World. You can't miss it.
Had an accident in Scott County yesterday afternoon. It was a pretty serious accident there on Highway 35 near the flea market on 35 North. 2 people were rushed to the hospital. We do hope they are doing better and better at that. Beverly, good morning. So glad to see you there. Hazel joins us. And as always, as we get ready to leave, have you got a Bible verse for us?
Oh, I just pulled up this one right here from Luke 6, verse 28. It says, "Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you." You know, whatever reason, somebody's going to always not like us. It's not guaranteed that everybody we run into is going to be our friend. But there's one thing we can do, and that's pray for them and let them know that we love them. Jesus told us to. We may not like what others do, but I've always got to love them no matter what. But pray for them. Let Jesus intervene. God himself can change a man's heart. He can also change our hearts by allowing him to come in and be part of us. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. It is Monday. Friday's coming. But until then, remember, we love you. Have a great day.